Hi, Mark here. So today I want to talk to you about the first agreement from a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I'm going to do a series of 4 short videos giving you my take on what I think the agreements mean. But I highly recommend that you read the book. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz. You can get it on audio or on paperback. Because he reckons that if you master these 4 agreements, you will have a tremendous life. And the more I read it, the more I hear it, and I'll put my audio on occasionally and repeat it because I seem to get more and more information from it. It's a fantastic book. And so the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. Now, what I've worked with tarot cards for well over 20 years, and what I decided to do was to pick a card that's coming from my deep psyche or the higher self, however you want to see it, that gives a relationship to each one of the agreements. So the card that I picked for this particular agreement, be impeccable with your word, was the Queen of Cups. But first, before I explain that, if you look at, be impeccable with your word is basically saying to tell the truth, to always be honest from your heart. Easier said than done, and the reason for that is that we, from the age blip to 7-year-old, we're trained to fit into our tribe. We become robots. We're taught, because being rejected by the tribe would be catastrophic. It would be death, and we can't handle it, especially as infants and children. We need to be emotionally secure. We need to feel that we are the same as our tribe. And so what happens is we're taught to be the same. We're taught to give the right gestures, the right body language at the right time, say the right thing to the right people, and so on and so forth. So basically we're taught to lie. We are robotic and we're lying. The mind is cunning and baffling and manipulative. And of course the heart isn't. The heart is the feminine side of ourselves, and this part is in integrity always. But we haven't been trained to listen to it. And so being impeccable with your word is really about listening to what has heart, what has meaning, and then extending that expression through words. And so, as I said earlier, I picked the tarot card that went along with this. The tarot card that I picked was the Queen of Cups. And she's the embodiment of the feminine essence. There's 4 queens in a tarot deck, and she is the most feminine of the queen. The Empress would be the embodiment of, or the archetype of, the feminine energy. But the Queen of Cups is really the woman that gives heart. She is feminine, she's kind, she's giving, she has heart, and she wants to give heart. And of course she listens to her heart, so she's very much in touch with her feeling sense. So I think this relationship is really quite apt, because being impeccable with your word has to be in alignment with the heart center and the third eye, and these centers do not lie. So it's a practice that needs to be, it's a work in progress, I should say, as Don Miguel Ruiz says, that this is something you keep working on all the time, especially this particular agreement, because as I said, the mind is so cunning and can be deceitful, and we don't even realize that we're not telling ourselves the truth. It's because we've been trained to operate from this center all the time. So most people are operating from here, and there's not much attention here. And this is where our truth is. This is where our connection to everything everywhere is, and this is where our heartfelt desires and beliefs really rest. And so being impeccable with your word is dropping to this center. So I'll leave you with that. The next video will be the second agreement. So whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Thank you.